Hi there folks, Borislav247 here with another video which is focusing again on the OUTRIDE challenge. Now, I've had an awful lot of requests from people who, despite my previous video, are still struggling to get a gold score on this challenge. So I felt it only right to try and come up with a new simplified run that would allow people to finally get a gold score on OUTRIDE. And I have actually come up with two runs. Now both these runs are speed based, and both of these runs require very specific rings in order for them to work. But the advantage of doing these runs in this particular way is that of the 4 sub-challenges, only 2 of these sub-challenges have to be done to a gold standard, and these 2 are Heir Apparent and Sick Line, which means you don't have to worry at all about killing any freakers, and you don't even have to worry too much about doing too much in the way of drifting. There are 1 or 2 sections where a little bit of drifting is necessary, but otherwise you really don't have to worry about it too much at all. So let's get this bike now set up for the 2 runs that are coming up. Right, the 2 rings that are required here folks are tyre and engine. Tyre, as you can see there, 60% damage reduction when boosting, and the second ring required is engine. This will restore nitrous whenever you are making any jumps. Very handy, as you're going to be making an awful lot of them. So let's do it. Okay folks, L2 and R2 I hold together at the start, and then when the timer gets to 1, let go of L2 for a faster start. Right, nitrous at the start here, and then nitrous again very briefly. Then set yourself up every time for these arches, and then just a quick burst of the nitrous. That's the key to doing this entire run folks. Just make sure you're lined up right every time, and then just a quick press of the nitrous for roughly about half a second. Also worth noting for jumps like this, use the nitrous just as you're about to land. That gets you a much cleaner getaway. And not only that, reduces the damage on the bike by 60%. From here, follow this path down, then there's a sign there, just stay just to the right of it, that is your line. Then over this jump, from here you're going through these trees and then turning to your left. Again, nice and clean through the arch, then limited use again of the nitrous. If you hit a freaker, don't worry about it. Now from here, we're going to the right. Now I purposefully avoid the next ramp in order to have a gentler landing here. Again, using the nitros just very briefly. Now for the next 2 jumps, no nitros and very limited use of the accelerator. After this jump here, use the nitros when you land, then follow this path and then just take your line just to the right of the path, which will get you nicely over that section. Again, just a dab of nitrous on that section there. You don't want to overshoot that big ramp. Now this is the one section of the run where you do have to use some drifting, and that is purely to keep the sick line going. Once you get to this jump, you're pretty much just about in the clear. The sick line should be just about done. Once it reaches 120, that's it, you're good. Just make sure to go straight over that ramp and straight over the next one, and that is it. That will be job done. Okay folks, on to run number 2. Right folks, just as before, I'm going to use L2 and R2 together, and when the timer gets to 1, let go of L2 for a faster start. Now this second run is very similar to the first. In fact, the good majority of it is the same run, but it does have a difference, which you will see. So as before, every time just make sure you align yourself properly before going through the arches or for hitting these jumps. And by doing it this way folks, you really do have a lot of time to get yourself properly aligned for every jump. even though you're doing this run far quicker than you probably normally would if you were using a lot of drifting. Again, after this jump through the trees and then down to the left here, and on both these runs, as you can see, I am avoiding that dreaded jump that's just to the right of me there. Now this is where this run changes. Instead of going right, I'm going left. Next jump, hold the nitros until you're in the air, then press it briefly just before landing. Now just to the left of this bush, and then take that ramp at that angle. From there, through these trees, line yourself up for the next jump over here, which I actually do pretty poorly, but I actually get away with it there. From here, folks, it is just the same as before. Again, once I come off here, I want to start using the drifting just to maintain the sick line. And again here, there's not much in the way of jumps, so just something to maintain the sick line. And that's it from here, just about done. Well, I hope these two runs are of use to anybody who is still struggling on this challenge. And all I can say is, folks, thank you again for watching my video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Take care.